All right, guys, welcome back to another one. I've got a fun one for you. So this is going to be a follow-up on kind of the toolbox and just what I was able to find for some tools. So as we discussed in one of the other ones when I was showing you guys the toolbox is, my goal is to collect, start collecting tools. I'm working on project cars and everything else. So I need the tools. When I moved from SoCal out to the East Coast, I didn't take anything with me. I left my toolboxes. I sold those off. I basically got rid of everything and really didn't bring anything with me. A couple little random things, which you guys saw it when I first moved into this garage. I had them up on the wall. But since then, we're in the Harbor Freight Series 3 box. We're running the dual box setup, as I was showing you guys, which is the 42 and the 27 with one of the end lockers, which for me is a perfect setup. If you guys missed that video, the 27 houses all of my camera gear. The 42 is for tools. And then the end locker is kind of all that oversized stuff that at the time was just on the floor everywhere. I was able to put all that up in there. So again, I really enjoy the size and setup of everything, and overall what it cost me. If you guys are interested, watch my other video on that, and you guys can get caught up on that. But for this video, what I wanted to show you guys was my tool haul from Harbor Freight. So in this collection that I'm doing of tools, I wanted to do this as I'd assume you would do it. So again, I kind of mentioned it at the end of one of my other videos, was like, I don't expect someone to go out, drop $1,000, $2,000 at Harbor Freight and just come back with like everything and be like, look, I got everything. So, if you can, hey, that's great. That's definitely not in my budget, the way I'm going to do things. So, again, my goal is I'm going to collect some stuff locally in the US, from some reputable brands. I'm going to probably stay with Harbor Freight for their Icon line of things. That I have a harder time getting from a JDM brand company. So as I was telling you guys, or if you guys missed that one, my goal is really to, and again, I can't say it without smiling because I think it's funny too, is that I'm going to try and collect tools that I can use, but collect them from Japanese companies. So I want a JDM toolbox. Like everything in it, I want JDM. So like, I know it's funny. But anyways, you guys know that's how I am. And I figure if you're on my channel and you're watching everything else I'm doing, it's probably how you are too. So overall, I've got a couple JDM brands that I'm looking at. I want to, I think, as far as I've been able to find in my research and everything else, I'm probably going to buy a bunch of the Tone stuff, and especially their sockets and ratchets and stuff like that. Now, not necessarily all exclusively. If I find something in like the KTC or one of those, the Koken, and one of the Japanese-based companies, if they make it or they make a better version of it because it's different or whatever, then I'll go with that. It doesn't have to be just Tone stuff. A majority of it probably will be. So I'm going to attempt to collect my JDM tools for my JDM cars that I'm working on. But there are certain things that make sense to get locally. And getting back to this tool haul that I just did from Harbor Freight, let me show you guys what I got. They were having their spring sale. During their spring sale, They had their under their hand tools, like their screwdrivers, their pliers, and you know, something else that was all 35% off. So it's kind of funny. My regular day to day, Monday through Friday, I travel a lot. So what I ended up doing was I ended up stopping at different Harbor Freights because literally they were all sold out. So what I would be able to do is I'd be able to get like one tool from one, two from another one from another one, another two from another one. And I still ended up not getting everything I wanted, but I had a pretty good tool haul. So let me show you guys what I got. Let's talk about them a little bit. I'll cut them out of the package, show you guys everything. And you guys let me know what you think. Drop those comments. Let's talk about it. If you think there's something specific that I shouldn't miss from Harbor Freight, let me know. If you think there's something that I shouldn't miss from another tool company, let me know. You guys were really good. I got a lot of good feedback on when I did the toolbox and we were talking about that. And you guys put out some incredible suggestions. And I have, like, I got a whole spreadsheet and everything else, just like I do a car build. I'm doing it for tools. So I've got all that put to the side and I'm weighing each, you know, brand versus cost versus performance, and just going through them. So let me show you what we did. That's what we're here for, right? So I'll flip you guys around. We'll kind of walk through. I'll pick them up. I'll show you. I'll play with them, whatever, you know. And you guys let me know what you think. Let me know if you thought it was a good tool haul, if I should have skipped it, if you have experience with it, if you know that there's a better one that I should have got, let me know. And we'll talk about it. All right, let me flip you guys around. I'm going to get out of the way. I'm going to show you what's on the box, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so let's talk about what I got on the table over here. Man, I'm still missing my worktop. That'll be coming up in a video pretty soon. I'm definitely gonna put like a butcher block or something across this to give myself one solid working surface. Kind of the only downside I have in having the two boxes bolted together. But let's talk about what I got over here. So we're gonna go through, like I said, it was on, you know, screwdrivers, pliers, that kind of stuff, hammers, which was cool. So let me see. They're definitely child-proof containers. Don't cut yourself. But we're gonna do this. Open this up. Hey, look at that. One down. So first one. There you go. We did the 6-inch flush cut. Nothing worse than having a zip tie on a severe angle that you literally just rip yourself up on, unless you're doing it on purpose to somebody. I don't know. That doesn't sound right. But so this is gonna be the first one. Icom flush cut pliers. It's a 6-inch. I mean, what do you guys think? You think that's worth it? I don't know. It was like 35% off. I think it was originally like $20. So, you know, you take $6, $7 off of that. I needed them. I didn't have a set. And again, there's nothing worse than having a zip tie that literally just fillets your hand open later on. So that's the first one. I think this is mandatory. I think this should be before wrenches, because everybody, well, especially if you have a Honda, everybody's using zip ties, right? I mean, you're holding your bumpers on, you're holding everything. But anyways, that was the first one. We'll do that. And okay, we'll pick that up later. Let's see. Well, I mean, we can stay with the same idea. You know, we've got a zip tie. See, that's why I cut that one open first. You guys can yell at me for, you know, not cutting away from the body, not wearing gloves. I don't know. I never do. I should, but I definitely cut myself. Did I get that out of the? I didn't even get it out of the childproof packaging. I can't wait to see you guys in the comments just kill me about the struggle of getting these out of the packages. So next one on the icon list, we're doing 11-inch. This is offset angled. See, there we go. So they do make one, I think, that is also degreed this way too. But it wasn't anything I came across, so I didn't end up with it. This one, of course, is at 11 inches. This is when you need that reach, and you just, you can't fit that little guy in there. So it is what it is. Again, I think this one was around the $20 mark to start. This one might have been the $24 one, somewhere in there. You guys will see it when you look up. But again, 35% off. So now you guys know where I'm going to end up with all of this, right? Because I had to redo a drawer just so I'd have space for this. And then I was kind of talking about it. I had to get some more organizational stuff. What do you guys think? There was a couple different routes I could go with the organizational stuff. And I just, I don't know, there's so many different options, for ways to do it. Oh, that worked out well. We're going to be 3 for 3, and I haven't cut myself. Oh, I already threw it. What is it? A pair of pliers. All right, so look, I got a pair of pliers. These are specifically the Icon slip joint pliers, 8-inch slip joint pliers. Really, and I don't mean anything bad about it. It's a basic set of pliers. That's it. But I didn't have a basic set of pliers, so this was kind of mandatory to add. What I was saying was about organization. If you guys have something that works just awesome for you, let me know. I'm starting to go through socket organizers. I'm starting to go through the pliers. I'll just skip ahead and show you guys. It's kind of like Christmas, and I've already opened all my packages, but you guys don't know yet. I picked up this US General wire pliers rack. Oh, they messed with me on that name. So I picked this up, and it enabled me to kind of turn everything. I kind of put it in place as start to see what it. I'm not ready to do a full toolbox tour, but I put it in place over here to see if it would fit in the drawer height, and it does. So my goal is kind of to slip all these in. Once we get a little further along, and I really get a good stash of tools, we'll do a full toolbox tour. If you guys want to know what's on the camera side, that's pretty much done. I'm not really going to be adding too much more to that. So if you guys are interested and you want to see it, let me know. Drop it in the comments, and I'll show you what's on that side of things, and we can go through those. We've got, this one was a weird one to me. You guys are going to have to let me know if you like this one, or if you guys have any interaction with this, because this is really different than the standard. I'm not sure if you guys really caught it in the little flyby that I did at the beginning of the video, where I was kind of showing you what was on the table. But this one, I really wasn't sure. I almost didn't pick this one up. I wanted this tool, but not necessarily this configuration of this tool. So 7-inch inline wire stripper. You're like, cool, whatever, it's a wire stripper, right? So you have kind of your standard one that looks basically like this, right? And it has all your different wire sizes up here, and then it'll have a couple down through the handle. You pinch, you pull, and you can crimp with it, right? Cool, no problem. Then there's the kind that I really like that are, I don't even know what they're called. You guys will drop it in the comment and tell me. But it's almost like a nibbler one, and you put the wire in like this, and it nibbles it this way, and you just pull it out, and you've got exposed wire. That one I love, because it's just dink, 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 and it just pulls each wire. That one I really like. You guys will get me on the comments for what that's called. But anyways, so what's different about this wire stripper is it says 90-degree head. Okay, you guys will get me in the comments on that one too. But it's weird because, all right, I'll have to get that. I'll have to find that. What's weird about it is it's literally like that. So instead of your general wire that you feed this way, you know, you feed it this way, you crimp, you know, you cut and then you pull it out. This one is that way. Here. Did it focus? Yeah. So I'm not sure. You guys tell me, does this work? Like, does this actually make sense? It has its little cutter here. It has a couple sizes here, and then, like, you guys can see here, like that's where you put the wire in, and then you clamp on it and you go this way. So instead of like this and like pulling this way, it's like this and like that. We'll have to see. I honestly had never seen this 90-degree head that they're talking about. So I'm not sure. I'll use it a couple times. You guys let me know in the comments. Just weird. But again, it was pretty much the same price point. I think most all of these were in the, like, originally like a $20 or $25 range, and then they all came 35% off. So to me, they seemed like a fair deal, especially because, you know, I'm having to fill in stuff that I need and that I know I'm going to use. Okay, that's kind of the other thing too, is I'm not just buying to fill. This is all stuff literally since I've been here and working on the EK9. They're all things I've already needed. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me pick up some stuff, and, you know, I guess if budget matters and you really need to, you can always go to Harbor Freight and grab a Pittsburgh or something else. You know, they're like half the cost, and depending on how long you're going to use them, I think the Pittsburghs even have warranties. You guys confirm, fact check me on that one, but I'm pretty sure the Pittsburghs even have warranties. I don't know, maybe not all of them, but these definitely all do. And, you know, for the price of, I don't know, before tax, they, you know, 35% off, they were probably like $15 each. Really not bad. So this next one, and we are, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for 5. Haven't cut myself yet. That's gonna have to be what I invest in next time, is like some like cut resistant gloves or something. Hose grip pliers, 8-inch hose grip pliers. There you go, 8-inch hose grip pliers. Like I said, I literally bought stuff I've already needed. So these are kind of smaller. So not necessarily for like a radiator hose, okay? But like for like vacuum lines, stuff like that, it's more built that size. See? So it's got offset, it's got a nice little angle, so, you know, it'll reach in there, it'll let you kind of wiggle it and snatch it out. So that, again, it's something I already needed. Once on my car, once on my buddy's car. So why not? We're still the same price range on all of this stuff. Organizational wise, I guess we'll take a quick sidetrack on that. I also picked up a couple more of their 18-inch magnet holders. These, I just find that they're super convenient for now in the toolbox. So I'll have to decide whether or not I'm going to put a tool specific magnetic holder. If, like, you know, for the sockets have either just regular ones or magnetic ones you can use. For screwdrivers are the same way. But for now, until I can figure out exactly which holder works best, I'm just using these. If I really come across one that's uber cool, or you guys make a recommendation and I look it up and I'm like, hey, that is cool, then that's what I'm going to switch to. But like these magnet ones, I literally did like my screwdrivers. Here, let me show you guys. It's like I literally just lined my screwdrivers up on a magnet. Now, one of the things that's funny about this is the screwdrivers were one of the items that were on sale, but I couldn't find them in stock at any of the locations. So they were sold out at every location because I was gonna pick those up. You can, I mean, if you paused on those, you can see there was just like a mix match, some Craftsman stuff that I've had forever, and I think a quarter of them are already broken. So it is what it is. But yeah, I actually find that, like, especially for like the screwdrivers or stuff, I'm almost 99% of the time use a bit. I don't know. I find it so much more convenient. It's definitely faster. And unless I need like a weird initial torque value, like I don't want to round it out or something, like just using off of like a hex bit and just dropping the little bits in and using those, they seem to do. I like them better. But anyways, you guys let me know. Should I be investing in like a really like solid set of screwdrivers? You know, Flat and Phillips. Do you guys like the nut drivers? Again, it's kind of the same thing. I like the little 1/4 inch. I like the little 1/4 inch Milwaukee. This one. And I literally just swap them out and use this. Like I use this 99.9% of the time, and I just swap in what I need. So I've got this. I was showing you guys, I got like the 3/8, the little stubby. I love that little 3/8 stubby. That thing's awesome. But like, do you guys find that you need regular hand, flathead and Phillips screwdrivers? I just don't most of the time. So it was one of those things. I was like, well, if I can find them, cool, I'll find them. If not, that's okay too. Now, I just made that whole spiel. Let me see if I can open this box and show you guys. I did go get, after all that talking I just said to you guys, I did go get the mini set. This is Icon's professional mini screwdriver set, 4-piece set. They also had this in Torx. I didn't get the Torx one. I don't think I interact enough with needing the Torx or needing the mini Torx, so I didn't get that. I do have some Torx, like for, with a 3/8 type setup, but I didn't get the little mini screwdriver one. So this is a little mini 4-piece set, magnetic tips. It's 2 flat, 2 Phillips. There you go. So I did pick this up. I know, after all of that, I don't need it. I ended up picking up this. There you go. Now, what I do find on the smaller stuff is that, let me see. For any of you guys that, get stuff off the tool truck or anything else, like these little mini, like, each brand here. Like this one's a Snap-on one, but like these are literally great for everything. So that was kind of my thought process behind these. I was like, you know what? It's kind of a mini set. I know it's a little redundant because I know I have some other stuff, but I was like, it definitely comes in handy. This one here with like this little tip is like for couplers, for, wire couplers, stuff like that. Like, they work great. You can just kind of push it in there and do it. And I don't know, like, again, I use these, or I would use these, or I will use these a lot more than I would use like this size. So, you know, every now and then, yeah, you need a bigger one because you need that like heavier torque. But what ends up happening a lot is, here, let me see if I can show you guys. I end up prying on it, right? So this is bent. The tip's broken on it. Like, that's what usually ends up happening with these. So then it's more like, oh, okay, where's a mini pry bar? So then I need a mini pry bar. I actually need a full set of pry bars at that point, from the kind of the mini ones all the way up through, you know, the big gigantic, you know, Thor style ones. But anyways, we got that. What else we got, man? We still got a bunch of stuff on the table. Talked about the magnet. I think that was a good idea. Now, this is something else I want your opinion on, okay? I picked up 2 hammers. I picked up the dead blow, and I picked up the soft face one. So the ball peen and the soft face. I picked up both of those. Now, there was 3 different... I'm gonna get myself one of these times, and you guys are probably gonna laugh at me. I think on each of them there were 3 different sizes, you know, and it's an ounce size for weight. So, oh, we're almost there. It's an ounce size for weight. So now, what I ended up doing was the soft face one, the one that, you know, you literally just beat the crap out of, you know, stuff that you don't really want to mar. I got the biggest one. So I got the 48 ounce one. All right. So this is one of those like persuasive tools, I think is the wording I want to use for it. But really, when you want to beat the crap out of something, I mean, it'll dent, like if I was hitting the exterior body, like it'll dent the crap out of it. But like if I'm hitting suspension and everything else and I'm needing, you know, I'm needing to get to that, this doesn't mar that and just destroy it. But I decided on the biggest one, so 48 ounce. As far as I know on the Icon listing, that this was the biggest one. And I figured if I just didn't need to hit it that hard, I could hit it a little gentler. I don't know. I mean, you can always use like a piece of wood or something and, you know, dent the wood instead of the suspension. But a good soft dead blow hammer. I always need a hammer. It really, like, I don't know how many times I'm like, oh, it would just help if I hit it with a hammer. Or like, I don't know, you don't have enough leverage on something and you just tap it, you know, to get that extra leverage with a hammer. So you guys let me know. For the soft face one, was the 48 ounce the right size to get? Let me know what you guys think. That then moves us over to the ball peen. So this is literally when you don't care how bad you mar it or wreck it, or you just are super angry with it and you just are going to beat the living crap out of it. Ball peen hammer, right? So I ended up getting, I don't think this is the smallest. I think they make one size smaller than this. I think this is the middle of the road one. So they make one size smaller and I think one size larger. This one, are you guys taking bets on if I cut myself or what? Because I haven't done it yet. I'm almost done. So let's, and I haven't cut the tool, which that I'm kind of surprised about too. What should it be this complicated? I don't know. I think they should. It's like the childproof caps on stuff, it's like the same thing. All right, so we got it out. Okay, cool. 24 ounce. Like, it has some weight to it, but it really doesn't have a lot of, like, I mean, yes, it's literally twice the weight, okay? Twice the ounceage, right? Because you're at a 48 versus a 24. But, like, this one doesn't do as much damage. This one does damage. And I guess if you really had to wail on it, like, you could still swing this, but it doesn't have a lot of extra weight to it. So I was kind of on the fence about the 24 in the Ballpoint. I was really thinking about their biggest one, which was either a 30. I think it's a 32. I don't think it's a 48. But I was really thinking, oh, just get the biggest, you know, and it's hard not to. But yeah, so 24. Did I undercut myself? Should I have gotten the bigger one, or is this one, you know, good enough to really take a good swing on? You guys let me know. So that leaves us really one last thing. I bought some drill bits. They're literally they were like $10 for a full set. They're almost disposable, especially at that price. So I'm not really talking about those. But if you guys have a really good recommendation for drill bits that last a long time, that are worth their money, let me know. Drop that in the comments, and let's talk about that. Now, you guys are going to probably get me in the comments about this. Why did you get this one? There's a couple different reasons, I guess. Hey, that worked pretty well. Does it slide out? Does it? Oh, it slid out. All right, cool. Is it bad that I wanted it just because it was red? I mean, really? So, I have their, I guess, I don't know what version, second generation, whatever it is, of their other one. This is the one most everybody gets. So, like the first gen, I call it the first gen. I don't know if it's literally the first gen. The previous gen before this was the one that only folded to here, right? Only folded 90. This is the one that folds on itself, pretty much like this other one. So this one is the brawn ones. These, it's so, once they're on sale, just go get them. Like, I can't even say don't, okay? Just literally go get them. On sale, they're usually like $20 or something on sale. Like, they're pretty cheap. Their version 2, I call it their newest version, this one that folds all the way over, also takes the USB-C, which I had a couple of the previous ones, the ones that only went to like 90 like this, and they had the previous generation USB connector, and everything else is USB-C. So I was like, all right, well, let me get, okay, so you guys tell me, was it worth me getting this? I guess because it's red, I don't know, versus just getting more of these. I have 2 of these, and it's one of those things where I'll probably never run out of like flashlight battery where I can't recharge. But there is certain cases where, like, you got a buddy that comes over and you're like, cool, here, take my flashlight. You know, oh, you need a flashlight, here, take this one. The 2, I guess I'll do a little comparative for you. I don't know. Let me see if it says what the actual amount of looms are. It doesn't say. It just says battery size. The Icon one has a bigger battery, a 2600. The Braun one has a 2200. Doesn't say the looms. You'll have to look that up. But the Icon one does fold over on itself, but it's only on one pivot. The Braun one has an upper pivot here, right? And then has a second pivot. So you get a little bit more flexibility out of that, I would say. Now, they both have their main light, right? And they both have a forward, you know, top one. the Icon one has a little guy on the back. There you go. I haven't really. I mean, that's pretty bright. Like, I don't know. I don't really have, like, you can see. That's the front facing one. Yeah, sorry. So that's actually pretty good. This one, that's actually, it already won. So you can see the light, right? But this one actually has like a focused beam. All right, it automatically wins. So that's kind of funny. The main light's pretty good. Main light on this one's really bright. I don't know, even. So then this one is out of lights at that point. The Icon one then has this backlight right here, which actually floods pretty well. Like, if we look at it like this, it does flood pretty well. And each one of the big bars has a brightness setting. It has a low and a high. All right, so that's actually, look, I didn't even read through all the extras that this one offered. I literally bought it because I had the choice of a couple colors. I know, it's funny. So this was also on sale. I think it was marked down to like $23 or $23.99, 23 or 24 bucks. So this one, the Braun one, at $20 if you get it on sale versus the Icon one at $23, $24 on sale. Now that I know it has the extra settings, it has low and high, it has a beam pattern, I actually think I like this one. I'll say I like it better. We'll get to using them and see if they actually have a difference or like a longevity type of thing. You know, which battery lasts longer. The Icon one has a bigger battery, so I would think it would. But we'll see actual usage, how they do. I mean, they're both magnetic. Otherwise, they're both pretty cool. So all together, I think, I mean, you guys can total it out. I don't have the receipts in front of me right at the moment, but you know, I was a couple $100. You figure each tool, you know, each one of these was about 20 bucks. So we're 100 there. Each of the hammers was, again, 35% off. Same with the flashlight. So this one was, you know, $23, $24. We'll just round it, say 25. And then somewhere under that, somewhere around that for the two hammers. So I'm 175 bucks in, something like that. So less than 200 bucks in for all of these. That's, you know, 5 hand tools, 5 pairs of pliers, basically, 2 hammers and a flashlight. You know, I did pick up a couple other like little random things. I picked up, you know, one of their socket organizers that was on sale for the 1/2 inch. I picked up, again, $10 drill bits, but I said I wasn't going to talk about it. Now I'm talking about it. It's a 29-piece set. Literally, I'm going to use it like they're disposable. Unless you guys say these last forever, which I would be surprised. For what I need to do with drill bits, like, it's super rare. So I'm sure these will last. But if you guys have a better, like, permanent solution for drill bits, let me know. But anyways, these were the Warrior brand ones. 29-piece. It, like, what? It has like a childproof lock on it. What is up with these things? All right, anyways, I can't even open it because it's got some little childproof little button on it or something. But I picked those up for 10 bucks. The rails were on sale. I think they were marked down to like $1.50. So I picked up a couple of those. So again, like everything I ran through, I was probably under 200 bucks. It's a lot of stuff. You guys let me know what you think. If you guys know specific sales per season that Harbor Freight does, drop that comment. I'll throw that in my calendar just like I do for car shows and expect that it's coming up. But we'll keep going through. As I fill in the box, I'll definitely give you guys a toolbox tour. I'll show you how I have things laid out. You guys can let me know what works best for you, what level, what organizers. I love organizers. So if you guys have a specific set of organizers that work really well, I'm waiting right now. The Oslo, they have a triple for the 3/8, and it's been sold out for I don't know how long now. But I'm trying to get that because I want a triple for the 3/8. That way I can do a short, a long, and an impact. So I want the 3 rows for that. For the 1/4 inch, I don't need it. Short and longs are fine. And for the 1/2 inch, I don't think I need it. I think I'm going to do short and longs. And then after that, I'm probably just going to use one of the snap-in rails because it's always like weird stuff after that. Like I have like this mini one I'm using right now that just has some random crap on it. But like literally I have a 36, it's like the axle nuts, right? So I have a 36, I have a 32. I don't even remember what I used them for. I have a random 24, but I think for like the really gigantic like 1/2 inch ones, I'll probably use something like this. Because the little drop-in socket organizer doesn't really make sense for stuff like this. At least to me, unless you guys know something I don't. If you do, let me know. But we'll keep going through. You guys let me know what you think about the toolbox, the tools, the tool haul stuff. If you guys like it, comment, let me know, and we'll keep doing it. I'll let you guys know as I find more stuff at Harbor. I'll let you know as I order stuff from Japan and start getting that in. I really want to take the trip and go pick it up in person, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, you guys let me know, and we'll keep running through things, and we'll keep having fun. All right, guys. Thank you for everything. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you guys at the next one. All right, thanks.